Fancy pants.
Oh, fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Ah, fancy pants.
Such fancy pants.
Gotta put on your fancy pants tonight. Going down to the city where the lights are bright with my disco balls and my LED light. Gotta put on my fancy pants tonight.
Hello? Welcome. Am I wearing a Scooby-Doo tie? Am I wearing a tie that has Scooby-Doo eating chili peppers on it? I wonder. Is that a super silly Scooby-Doo tie? Yeah, it is. I'm wearing a silly, chilly Scooby-Doo tie. Do I want to talk about it? No. I'm just wearing it. And whoa, why is there so many animals around me? Like this lion and this picture of an elephant doing a super silly dance. It's an elephant kind of being like, oh, I can't walk. You know, Well, as you all know, we can't go anywhere, can we? And that's good. We shouldn't be trying to go anywhere. But one of my favorite things to learn about in the whole world is animals. And you know the best place to learn about animals at? The best place to learn about animals is at the zoo. And I can't go to the zoo right now. I don't know about you, I actually do. You can't go to the zoo. Nobody can go to the zoo right now. So I thought that today, because we can't go to the zoo, see all the fun animals, instead we would go on a field trip, like a video zoo. It's like a zoo, but I'm just gonna make it in a video. No masks required, no gloves required. No animals are gonna get sick. Certainly no me is gonna get sick. I don't wanna get sick. So what I've done, just so you know, is I found a bunch of these super cool animal facts and then one blank note card. And did I write them out in crayon because this is a children's video? Yes, I did. Here's the crayon I use for my crayons. Crayon time. So these are in crayon, and we're gonna talk about animals. We're gonna start our zoo tour, our super cool zoo tour, talking about cows. Follow me, we're gonna go to the livestock part of the zoo. I don't know if a lot of zoos have like a farm animals part of the zoo, but this one does. Nick's Video Zoo for sure has a livestock farm animals part of it. So did you know that a cow gives nearly 200,000 glasses of milk in its lifetime? Huh. That's a lot of milk. Alright, that one is a done fact, so I'm gonna cross it off. Next. Alright, now we're gonna head over to the reptiles and amphibians section, which is always a super creepy part of the zoo, in my opinion. Why is it so dark in there? If you've ever been to a zoo, you go into the reptile house. Very spooky to me. But that's just me. The fact says, you can hypnotize a frog by placing it on its back and stroking its stomach. Now think about all the fun things you could do with a hypnotized frog. Okay, took care of that one. Now we're gonna go over to probably the African savanna for this next fact. Look over there, is that a rhinoceros? Yeah, it is. A rhinoceros's horn is made of hair. Completely out of hair. Fact, taken care of. That was such a cool part of the zoo. I actually love that part of the zoo. I wish I could see some cool rhinoceroses. Or hippopotamuses. The big dirt animals. I love those guys. Whew! Speaking of which, how about another big dirt animal, am I right? Come over here, let's look all the way over there. Do you see that? It's an elephant. Elephants are the only animal that can't jump. So I guess we're not counting fish as animals. I feel like there's other animals that can't jump. I would love to see a snake jump, but an elephant can't jump. And I'm glad it can't, because if it jumped, that'd be a shaky mess. Oh, I wouldn't want to be holding a soft drink, because if an elephant jumped near me, it would get so shaken up and it would explode. And be a sticky mess. So yeah, I stand by that. Fact, taken care of. Woo. We're gonna go up in a tree. Cause in my zoo, in my video zoo, we can go up in the trees. Follow me up this tree. We're gonna go up it. We're so high up. All the leaves and whatnot. The fact says The fingerprints of a koala are so similar to human fingerprints that they can sometimes be confused at crime scenes. Which begs the question, what kind of crime scenes are there usually koalas at? But maybe there are. I don't know about Australia. What situation warrants having a koala in the same place as your heist? Zoo heist, maybe? That could be it. Zoo crimes. They're probably Australian, because that's where the koala's at. Chief, we found some human prints over there by the koala enclosure. And the chief's like, I bet they're just koala prints. Did you know that they're hardly distinguishable from human prints? Back to our boomerangs. That's... Check the facts. Check the facts. Woo! I'm worried these are gonna hit me. Alright, this one's fun. Did you know a snail can sleep for 3 years? So where do snails... I don't know if zoos normally have a place for snails except for just the ground, but in my zoo we have a snail exhibit. We keep our snails in a super cool water park. It's a tiny little water park, and everybody could come up and be like, ah, that's such a fun... He goes up the snail, he's working his way up the ladder, he's gonna go down the big water slide. So follow me to the snail water park where snails sleep for 3 years. How do people know they're not just dead? I guess like one scientist had to have been like, the snail's dead, but I'm just gonna hold on to it for 3 years, see if anything happens. And then one day, all of a sudden, snail was like, I'm awake. That would have been fun. Or scary. Fact. Taken care of. Last fact. Follow me over to the ocean exhibit. Are we gonna look at fun whales? No. Are we gonna look at big sharks? No. Are we gonna look at a giant squid? Cool jellyfish, maybe. No. This is a tiny animal called a shrimp. It's a tiny little animal. Is it as cool as a jellyfish? No, it's not. The jellyfish is way cool. Squid is also way cooler. But shrimp are kind of cool. I guess every animal's kind of cool. Everybody look through the glass. Look at all these tiny little shrimp. The fact's in. Did you know a shrimp heart is located in its head, where all of our hearts should be located? Not really. Our head would be so big if our heart and brain were in there at the same time. So that was our big last fact. Fact destroyed. Taken care of. Is that better? And we are done. We learned so much about animals, so many fun facts. Those facts all come from a website called the Dodo, which is, first of all, a type of animal, a very silly type of extinct animal, and it's also a company that protects endangered species. And the end. Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Okay, hold on. I didn't actually want this to go everywhere. I am very glad to be wearing my super silly chili tie. Super silly chili Scooby-Doo tie. Like Zoink Scoob. That was good. Huh. Is this show hard for anybody else or just me?